Good morning, this is Jovi again. It's Beta 2 in London. It's a fine Monday morning. Time is now 10 o'clock. Just a quick market review of last week. Risk markets on Friday traded heavily lower, especially after the poor US unemployment data caught the market by surprise. Now risk markets were already under pressure heading into the reports as the peripheral debt issues continue to weigh on risk appetite. Italy finds itself in the crosshairs and is worth watching as the contagion risk looks as though they are going to be spreading across Europe. Now turning to the US, non-farms again, as mentioned, were only up by 18,000. It was hugely underwhelming. And the job report was fairly dire. In fact, it was extremely dire. Public sector workers are still being laid off. Job creations have crawled to pretty much a standstill. The unemployment rate is now back up to 9.2%. Back in March, it was 8.8%. The number of unemployed has now risen for 3 consecutive months. I think it's quite clear that the US economy is in intensive care. Turning to the UK, pretty much same. The scourge of inflation is still ever present. In the month of June, the producer input prices rose another 0.4%, up to an eye-watering 17%. To add to the misery of inflation, British Gas announced that it was going to be raising its prices a further 18% next month. 18%. So the question for the Bank of England is, how do you set interest rates when inflation is well above your target price? It seems the current course is the best course of action. I think the Bank of England's hands are going to be tied. What can you do? I'm glad I'm not Mervyn King. Turning to the EU, Italy and Spain. That's now the focus of the market's attention. At one stage, the spread between Italian and German 10-year widened by 20 basis points to a new post-record high of 240 BP. Spain, German 10 years, again that widened by 10 basis points to 275. Sovereign debt is here to stay. How bad? Nobody knows. Ultimately, what will be the end game? Gold and silver is still up, but for a more in-depth review, as always, please log on to our website, allthews.beta2.co.uk. Thank you.